All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for a Football Friday, October 8th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is always brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Find out and follow the top scores each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. In fact, our leader is still Muss here at 794. You got Crankster 375. And you got the Terminator at 779, and those are your top three scores right now at bullpenpicks.com. And if you want to follow my selections each and every day for baseball, you go to bullpenpicks.com, and then once you get there, go to your most followed link right here, and then scroll down, look for the old Expos logo, click on Ron Raymond, follow my picks, and then go to your following page right here, and you should see my selections each and every day, along with the people you are following at bullpenpicks.com. All right. Welcome to the show. My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. That's right, Crazy Canuck above the 49th parallel. And hopefully you guys are having yourself a good start to your Friday morning. There's always something with a Friday, right? Always a little extra little hop in your step, and looking forward to the weekend. And I can see my crew, the bullpen crew, is coming in. Hey, I'm in the sixth inning right now, and there comes the bullpen. They're coming in for the relief to give me a hand here. And you got Telly, you got Gloria K. Good morning, Gloria. Breakfast Club. I'm in Medina, Illinois, at the charity golf tournament with a lot of basketball players here. It's a beautiful day. Well, Gloria, have yourself a fantastic day, and thank you for logging in each and every day right here at the Rain Report. You got Ball Cash from the ATL. Good morning, Ball Cash. Hopefully everything's going well in Atlanta. And we'll see if your Braves are going to win a game today. And if you are a Braves fan, yes, I got the ding ding bell, says Gloria K. Perfect. Now, yesterday we had a little bit of an issue where people were saying that they did not get the notification that we were live. So I was saying, okay, what's going on? And there was something a little weird yesterday when I logged on, and I noticed it was just skipping, and I said, okay, something doesn't seem right here with the logging on process at the YouTube channel, but it looks like things are okay. And if you can just let me know, guys, in the bullpen, if you did get the notification that we were online, and normally unless Sniper's sleeping in, but he's normally here each and every day. All right, let's see what we got on tap here today for the show on the October 8th. And what is it today here in Ottawa? It's 12 degrees here in Ottawa. I don't know what's that in Fahrenheit. I'd have to go look it up on Google. In fact, let me do that for you, for my American friends down south who take the weather in Fahrenheit. So 12 Celsius is what in Fahrenheit? So we are 53 degrees, 53.6. So you guys can tell me if you find that's hot or cold down south. But I know in Canada, in Ottawa, 12 degrees in October is right about normal. So let us know what the weather is in your neck of the woods. It's always interesting to see where everybody's from and what the weather's like where everybody's at, right? And hey, in another month or two, we'll be my Parker will be on, my Toque will be on, and I don't want to be shoveling yet. I'm not ready to go out and shovel yet, and that's not in the cards right now. But what's in the cards, though, today is we do have a great show lined up for you today, and we're going to talk about some NFL, Major League Baseball. I'm going to introduce the new forecast here at the Rain Report. But before we get going, don't forget, if you're wondering who we are and what we do, we are a sports betting podcast bringing you live every show live every morning, Monday to Friday. I'm taking weekends off now. I need to recharge the batteries on weekends, and with NBA coming, NHL, it's just especially with the NBA and the NHL, you need the mornings to really do your research because you get some afternoon games, and I don't like forcing picks, right? So, and I got to recharge the batteries a bit. And, like anything else, right? You got to miss it a bit, and then you come back and you're fresh and new energy on a Monday morning. So that's always a good thing, right? But the mission statement of this podcast is educating new sports bettors and meeting new people, having a lot of fun, and develop, right? It's just like coaching football. I say to all the coaches that I coach with all the time, in order for me to coach football, they have the 2 golden rules, and you can apply these golden rules to anything in life. Number 1, you got to have fun doing what you're doing, and number 2, you got to develop, right? Either personally, develop and grow as a person, or help and develop and grow the people around you. And that's my two golden rules of coaching football, right? Especially in football when I'm coaching players, as long as they're having fun and they're learning and they're developing, that's exactly what I signed up for, right? All right, so you can see the bullpen is alive and active here, and look at the weather report all over the states here. We've got a 66 here in Chicago. Mark Nations in the ATL says it's 80 degrees. Ralph Nunziata says it's 90 degrees in SoCal. Hey, Ralph. Hey, you lucky SOB you. Hey, tell me that. Tell me that in February when it's 90, and then I'll be grabbing my golf clubs and I'll be going and joining you guys, especially in SoCal when it's 90 degrees. There's Telly, it's 70 degrees in Florida. Hey, that's not bad. I'll take 70 degrees in Florida. I wish I was with you, Ralph, says Gloria K. Yeah, we're getting to that point where, we're the shorts are being switch for jogging pants or pants, and then those t-shirts coming on to sweatshirts. You can tell the weather is going to be like in Ottawa every time I come on the show. If I'm on t-shirt, it's a warm day outside, but as soon as you see the sweatshirt, it's getting a little bit nippy here in the nation's capital. And if you are new to the Ram Report, that's where I hang my hat. Today I'm wearing a Michigan hat. I didn't think it was appropriate to wear a Yankees hat and a Red Sox sweatshirt today. So for all you diehard Red Sox and Yankee fans out there, I did the Cardinal sin this week. I did it for laughs anyways. Earlier this week on the show, I wore my Red Sox jersey with a Yankee hat, and I got a lot of feedback on that. Wasn't all good, but I'll keep it PG here. Let's just say it as that. All right, Ralph got a little chuckle out of that one, so good on Ralph for having a good sense of humor. Good morning, The Truth. The Truth is in the bullpen, plays in Parley. My good friend from, is it Boston, plays in Parley, I think you're from. And Bill's Mafia, we know he's from Buffalo. Morning, everyone. Had the Sox under last night. Got lucky in the 8th with the bases loaded. Had the Sox under. Yeah, you did get lucky. Hey, those Tampa Bay Rays, they just keep winning along. Have you released a video showing all the college football games yet? Don't see one, or is that the, what is the show? Yeah, I just released a video, Jared, on the college video with about 10 games on it, right? It's just that to do the entire show of videos, it takes too long, and I some people go through it, other people, but I'll do a quick scan for you, Jared. I'll do a quick scan prior to the show. After my baseball, I'll do a quick scan of the college football ones, and this way we'll scratch that itch for you. All right, yeah, Plays and Parley is from Boston, Beantown. Hey, I love the Plays and Parleys. Did you see that the other night when the Yankees and Red Sox were playing? I love the sweatshirts that the managers had on, right? You saw Cora had Fenway in Boston, and then you saw Boone with the Bronx. And I looked at MLB when I went to the shopping network there this morning, and there was no more of the Bronx one. I like memorabilia. I love wearing sports stuff, and when I saw that, I'm probably going to get that Fenway one. I love the history of Fenway. But if you go to MLB.shop, whatever it is, you'll see that they have a beautiful sweatshirt that says Red Sox and it says Fenway on it. And if you're a traditional and you love baseball, how can you not love that no matter what team you're cheering for, right? All right, Dodgers and Giants, only playoff series that matters, says Ralph. Hey, Ralph, you're 2 for 2, Ralph, pissing off the bullpen right now. First, you're telling us it's 90 degrees in SoCal, and now you're telling us that every other game doesn't matter. Hey, Ralph, I think Ralph's nipping into the old Irish coffee there this morning there in SoCal, but hey, you know what? It's all for shirts and giggles, and I'm sure Ralph is having a good time with that. All right, there's Zachary Reed. Zachary's in the bullpen, so good morning, Zachary, and appreciate it. No problem, Jared. Yeah, so I got a little hop in my step this morning. Got a phone call last night. I'm going to be doing the Ottawa U game tomorrow between the York and Ottawa U, and it's going to be en français. That's right, I can speak French. I went to high school in French, right? I did all my schooling in French. So tomorrow I'll be describing the Ottawa U GG games against the York Yeoman Lions. I believe they're still called the Yeoman Lions. But yeah, so if you have Rogers 23, or if you have access to the channel Rogers 23 in Ottawa, it's the French channel. Je vais faire la description du match de football demain en français. Et puis, je vous invite toutes de participer à la diffusion du match de football. So there you go. A little teaser right there for what I'm going to do tomorrow during the football game. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing haven't done a GG game in about 2 years, so I'm looking forward to going down to TD Place and broadcasting the game with Mark Legault of Rogers 23. So I'm a little pumped about that. Hey, got to get out of this COVID cave of mine here and go back and see humans again, right? It'll be good to go see human beings again out there in the jungle. All right. What do we got here? As far as baseball goes, I like some dogs today. Says mainly Braves Giants. Think the White Sox can put up some runs today. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. And let's get on with the show instead of me sitting here babbling about everything. We always start off with I don't think I put in the horse racing free tip of the day. Which track would you guys like me to do today? I think Belmont would be a good track today. Is Belmont going? I know Gulfstream Park. Yeah, there's Belmont Park. So let's make Belmont today the free horse racing tip sheet of the day. So we're going to go to horses, free tip sheet, and then we're going to go right here to Belmont. And Gloria, no problem. Underdog, thanks for helping out, Gloria. Morning. There's Ms. Denica, hey, from the TO. Hey, Toronto. There's OG Wheat. Good morning, great people. Now time for some pearls. Just give them pearls, Ronnie. That's all they want, as my good friend Greg Denson used to say. I used to talk to my buddy Greg every day, and he said, you know what, Ron, in the sports handicapping business, the only thing they want is pearls, baby. Just give them the pearls, because that's what they want. They want pearls. Hey, the gold is nice. Silver, not so much, but pearls and gold, those are the picks that you try to give out on a daily basis. All right, speaking of picks, let's go to Belmont Park in race number 1 today at Belmont. Is a $75,000 maiden special weight race, and 12:35 post time today at Belmont. 6 furlongs on the inner turf. That's the first time I see that. Yesterday I saw it too, the inner turf. I guess there's more than one turfs at Belmont. And we're going to go 4-2-8 today at Belmont. You should be dancing, eh? You should be dancing with Luis Saez in the saddle today. We'll see if Luis will be dancing at the wire. Number 2 horse, She's the One. Eh? She's the One. Sounds like an old song in Greece or something, right? She's the One. Irad Ortiz Jr. is the driver here, the jockey on the number 2 horse, She's the One. And arduously with I think it's Javier Castellano on the number 8 horse, arduously. 10-1 morning line here on the number 8 horse. All right, so 4-2-8 is the recommendation in race number 1 today at Belmont Park in New York. And your long shot, your joker, well, it's not really a big long shot, but it's your value play of the day. Cali Fitz, eh? There's one for John Nunziata right there. Cali Fitz. Manny Franco taking a ride here on the 1 horse, Cali Fitz. 9-2 morning line on the 1. All right, if you're going to play an exacta today at Belmont Park, let's go 4-2, 2-8, 8-1 exacta box. And if you're going to go with a trifecta ticket, I'm going to recommend 4-2-8, 1-2-8 trifecta box. And always remember to box those horses. And if you're going to play the Joker selection all day, all night of all the races, I always recommend the Double Dutch betting system. And that is, if you got a $20 budget, put 10 to win, 10 to place on the number 1 horse, Cali Fitz, with Manny Franco. This way, if he comes in first, you get paid twice. He comes in second, you get paid once. All right, Rusty play of the day, says Sir Lancelot right there. Yeah, we'll see if Rusty barks. You know, when I do the football games, I'll see if Rusty barks at some of those underdogs, and then we know we got our... Actually, you know what? I used to have Rusty come on the show here every Friday. Maybe at the end of the show, remind me to bring Rusty on the... he normally comes on the lap, and he goes after the mic. As soon as he comes on here, he'll go right after the mic. So I'll bring Rusty in. Hey, and he's doing much better since his little surgery last week, right? Snip, snip. But, yeah, Rusty's doing very well. All right, let's see what the bullpen are saying right now. Quentin Argues from Chicago. How you doing, Quentin? Gloria K, clap, clap, right there. Gotta go Sox, Giants, Tampa Bay Reds, says Quentin. Ron will never, ever come to California. Ron, will NFL ever come to California? And I'm not sure what you mean by that. There's a couple teams in California there, Ralph. I like the Sox and Giants, says OG. Red Sox were lucky they made it this far. Laugh my ass off, says Quentin. Hey, no, yeah, you know what? The Red Sox are a bit lucky because they started strong. They didn't finish strong, I'll tell you that. Hey, I used to say to all the players all the time, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And you don't want to finish limping into the wire, right? Like the Red Sox did. Jared, did you get the college picks? Sox, Giants, Tampa Bay. Please bring on Rusty, says Zachary. Yeah, absolutely. I'll have to make sure you guys remind me at the end to bring on Rusty. Hey, you'll see the 42 kilogram beast that we call Rusty here my black lab. All right, so for Jared, I'm going to go to the computer picks, and what I'm going to do real quickly here is give you guys the college football forecast, and I'll just do this real quickly so this way, Coastal Carolina, so we did that game. So Stanford, Arizona, we got the Sun Devils winning that one 38-17. We got, this is tonight, Cincinnati 39, Temple 16. We got FIU against Charlotte. We got the 49ers 32, FIU 21. Notre Dame taking on the Hokies. We got the Irish winning this one 28-20, the over-under at 48. I think this is the game of the weekend. The Hawkeyes and the Nittany Lions. And we got Iowa winning this game 27-22, the over-under at 50. We got Wisconsin 35, Illinois 10, the over-under at 46. Mel Tucker and those hot Spartans right here, they haven't lost a game all year. Everybody's talking about the Wolverines, but there's another team in Michigan that's doing pretty well too, and that's the team in green, the Spartans, right? 32-22 against Rutgers this weekend. 55 is the total. Those Alabama Crimson Tide, that NFL team in the college football, 37-26, the over-under at 64. The Red River Showdown in Texas, well, it's going to be a neutral site game. And we got the Sooners, Boomer Sooner, winning this one 34-27, the over-under at 61. We got the Cougars taking on the Broncos, and we have BYU winning 35-27, the over-under at 62. We got those Bulldogs, the Georgia Bulldogs, that great defense that they have there, taking on Auburn, who pulled the upset last week at LSU. 39-16, the over-under at 56. Hey, talk about this showdown. Hey, there's your Super Bowl this weekend. Connecticut against UMass, 42-27, the over-under at 69. Air Force taking on the Cowboys. We got the Falcons beating the Cowboys 27-22, the over-under at 50. West Virginia against the Baylor Bears. We got Baylor winning by 2, 28-26. We got Bowling Green taking on Akron. We got the Falcons 24, the Zips 19. And we got ECU, the Pirates, taking on Central Florida. No Dylan Gabriel, so it's going to be an interesting game right there. 38-22, the over-under set at 60. We got Colorado State, who beat Toledo a couple weeks ago as a 14-point road underdog straight up. They're taking on the Spartans. We got Colorado State winning this one 31-23. We got Georgia Tech beating Duke 37-29. Buffalo taking on the Kent State Golden Flash of the MAC. And we got the Golden Flashes winning 29-24, the over-under at 53.92, so it does like it to go under the total. LSU taking on the Kentucky. I think Kentucky is in a classic letdown spot after that big, they're probably still celebrating that Gator victory last weekend. 25-23, the computer pick likes, but I think LSU is the play this weekend. Virginia taking on the Louisville Cardinals. We got a tight one here, 33-32 favoring Louisville. The over-under at 65. We got the Thundering Herd beating Old Dominion, the Monarchs, 46-25. The over-under at 71. You got North Texas against Missouri. We got the Tigers winning this one, 41-17. SMU, Sonny Dykes doing a great job at SMU right now. Believe it or not, they're 5-0 right now, the Mustangs. 38-28. The over-under at 66. We'll see if Navy can ever get that offense going. North Carolina 36, Florida State 17. The over-under at 54. Ohio State Buckeyes. I love the Buckeyes this weekend. 42-15 over Maryland. We got Wake Forest taking on Syracuse. We got the Orange winning 30-26. The over-under at 56.2. Wake Forest beating Louisville last week 37-34. Those Gamecocks taking on the Volunteers. We do like Tennessee 36-18. The over-under at 55. The big game here in the Big 12. TCU taking on Texas Tech. When I say big, I mean probably going to be a shootout. It's 32-28 favoring the Horned Frogs. We got Northern Illinois taking on those Rockets, Toledo Rockets. The 35-24, the over-under at 60. You know what? I think Toledo's a bit exaggerated or like overrated a bit. I wouldn't be surprised Northern Illinois keeps it tight. Tulsa taking on Memphis. We got the Golden Hurricanes winning 31-26, the over-under at 57, but keep in mind Tulsa has yet to win a game this year. The Blazers taking on the Owls. I love UAB this weekend, but the score is pretty tight. 20-15, the over-under at 35, and the total in that game is 49. Ball State taking on Western Michigan. We got the Broncos winning handily right here. 40-21, the over-under at 62. South Alabama, Texas State. We got the Jaguars 34, Texas State 18. Middle Tennessee against Liberty. We got the Flames with a U-Freeze 44-15. The over-under at 59. We got Eastern Michigan taking on Miami. We got the Redhawks winning 41-34. The over-under at 75. Look at the total on that one, and the total in that game is 59. We have Georgia State taking on UL Monroe, and we do have the Panthers winning 39-15, the over-under at 54. UCLA 36, Arizona 22, the over-under at 59. Central Michigan, the Chippewas taking on the Bobcats, 26-20, the over-under at 46. Now keep in mind, Frank Solis was the coach this year at Ohio, but had to step down at the beginning of the year. And that's why Ohio right now maybe still trying to adjust to the environment of the new head coach. And who knows if it affected some of the play calling on offense and defense. But anyways, 26-20 is the call here on the Chippewas. You got New Mexico taking on San Diego State. Brody Hoax, the head coach for the Aztecs, 19-15, low scoring one. Over under at 35. We got the Miners taking on the Golden Eagles. We got Southern Miss, very, very tight, 23.5 to 23. The over under at 46.5. Georgia Southern 17. The Troy Trojans 32. So we like the Trojans in this one. The team. To me, this is like remember last year, nobody knew about Coastal Carolina. Well, we knew about them, but we didn't know them on a national attention span, right? I think Texas San Antonio is this year's Coastal Carolina. 33-25, the over-under at 58.2. We got the Beavers taking on the Cougars, 34-25 with the over-under set at 59, favoring Oregon State. And we got Michigan taking on Nebraska. This is a dangerous game for the Wolverines. I think Nebraska will keep it tight. I think it's going to be tighter than what the bookmakers think. 31-21, though, the computer pick is predicting. Arkansas taking on Ole Miss. We got the Rebels winning 33-19. Vanderbilt taking on the Gators, 38-14, favoring Florida. We got the Wolfpack, 44, New Mexico State, 19. And finally, we got Southern Cal taking care of business against Utah, 37-25. And those are your college football predictions for week number 6. There you go, Jared. That one's for you, buddy. And so all right, let's take a look at the Major League Baseball games for today, and we're going to break down the games, and then we'll go right into NFL week number 5. We had a good game last night. It's too bad Russell Wilson got injured in that game. Man, do you see his finger? He won't be doing a lot of typing with that finger in the next couple of weeks. But, it's just amazing. If you've ever been involved in football, and when you have so much adrenaline going with you during a game, and if you ever played sports and you've been in that situation, you can have a broken finger. You won't even feel it because the adrenaline just it keeps you going, right? And I think that's what happened with Russ last night. All right, let's take a look at the game number 1 today between the Houston Astros and the Chicago White Sox. Lucas Giolito going to go here and toe the rubber for the White Sox. He's up against Framber Valdez of the Houston Astros. Now, the bookmakers have made the Stros a favorite in game number 2. 116 is the price. The over-under is set at 8. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lean with Astros in this one. 2.8 to 2.6. The over-under at 5.51. Now, analytics, when it comes to playoff baseball, I'm not, all this, the stats and trends. Hey, trust me, I love this. But when it comes to playoff baseball, for me, it's about feeling, right? You got to feel for the game. The one thing that you really got to with my experience in baseball, in playoff baseball, is momentum. Who's got the momentum going into game in and game out, and pitching, right? You'll notice that later on in the series, it comes down to pitching. But you got Lucas Giolito here going up against Framber Valdez. Now let me take a look here. Let me bring up the pitching numbers for Framber Valdez. I want to take a look at his numbers. One thing I like to do is I want to see if a pitcher's coming in limping in or he's coming in strong, right? So Framber Valdez, 11-6 on the year, 3.14 ERA. And looking at his last 3 starts, last 3 starts, I go back last 3. I want to see what type of team they face, right? Were they cupcakes or were they contenders, right? So you got Oakland twice and the LA Angels. Angels finished the season, somewhat pretty strong, right? So Framber Valdez last 3 games, 5 innings pitched, 6.2, 7 innings. So he's giving you 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs against the A's on October 1st, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks though. I don't like all the walks that I'm seeing on Valdez. So the last night's score was 6-1 was the final. And when I look at this game, let me check a look at Lucas Giolito. going into tonight's game in his last 3 starts. 5 innings, 6 innings, 5.1, 2 hits last game. So here, Detroit, Cleveland, and Texas. So again, it's like, is he battle ready going into this game? And Detroit, Cleveland, Texas, not really exactly teams that are going to get you battle ready for the playoffs. I think the over is where I want to lean here today. Now, if you do like the White Sox, you're getting, the White Sox or the Houston Astros, I think you're getting excellent value on today's game on the side. My line on the game, minus 162 for Houston, but I also had the Astros, the White Sox at minus 171. Now, another thing that I'm going to look at is I want to see how the pitchers have done against those teams that are facing, right? So let me go to my database right here, my old faithful database. Let's go to Lucas Giolito, and let's see how Giolito has done against Houston in the past. So I'm just going to go right down here. Okay, yeah, let's go Lucas Giolito, and let's see how he's done in his last 7 starts against the Houston Astros. We'll go home and away, and we'll see how that 2-3. All right, how has he done in Houston with that short porch in left field, right? Hey, what a beautiful stadium that is. They're showing the outside view of that stadium yesterday, and I said, man, bucket list. Here we go. Road trip. Hey, we need another road trip there in Houston pretty soon. I've been to San Antonio. Look at the under, though. Ooh, boy, look at the under. So Giolito, all 3 games in Houston, I've gone under the total. All right, I see you under. And let me see here with Framber Valdez. Hey, sounds like a good coffee. Framber Valdez. Let me see here. Framber Valdez. Let's go over EF. There we go. There's Framber. Let's see how he's done against the White Sox. We'll go first. 7. 1-1. Yep. All right. Not a lot of starts. So not a lot of starts. But my first instinct is I'm not sure about the side. I'm not sure if I'm going to touch the side. I do like Houston. That was my 5-star best bet yesterday. I don't think I'm going to go back to the well today. But I think the over is where I might lean in this game here today. All right, NBA preseason. Not yet there, Quentin. Not ready there. It's just with NBA preseason, there's too many factors to consider, right? You don't know who's in the lineup. You don't know how many minutes they're going to play. There's always an opportunity to make money, but to me, if you're going to bet preseason hockey, NBA, it's time in, time out, right? How much time you putting in and what you're going to get out of it. And right now with baseball, football, I just don't have the time to handicap. I'm watching games though. I'm watching games, but I'm not. I'm really not doing those games. Oh wow. Oh, thank you. Who's this? Let me see here. Whoever sent the super chat, very much appreciated. And I wish I could read that spelling, but I can't. But whoever you are, thank you very much. I don't know. Is that 120 yen? I guess I'm not sure. But whoever did, thank you very much. I'm gonna write that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right, let's go into the game here, and let's take a look at Atlanta versus Milwaukee. Let's take a look at Atlanta versus Milwaukee. Now, this here is going to be an interesting matchup because if you've been following baseball for a long time, like I have, like I'm going back to the not 60s there. I'm not that old. 53 is not that old, but if I go back to my childhood, like the 80s when I watched baseball in the 90s, and the Atlanta Braves were the team where Bobby Cox was the general manager, and there was an old saying back then, right? The Atlanta Braves are a great regular season team, but when they get to the playoffs, it just for some reason they just could not ABC, always be closing, and coffees for closers. And the Atlanta Braves back in the 90s with Maddox, Smoltz, and Glavine, they were great regular season teams, but they weren't just great teams in the playoffs, right? And then I'm getting that same feeling with the Brew Crew. I listen to some of the guys that I respect, and one of the guys I like, he's from that area, and he just doesn't trust Milwaukee, right? So I got these 2 teams that I got feelings that are they dependable, right? Are they trustable? And I don't know if you can trust these 2 teams in the playoffs. But hey, they're the good news is they're facing each other, so one of them is going to move on. And in game number 1 today at Miller Park, you got the Milwaukee Brewers. Actually, I got my Brew Crew T-shirt underneath here. Hey, just a little FYI, because I know you guys are just dying to know that, right? Maybe I'm secretly trying to send you guys a subliminal messaging right here. Milwaukee sending Corbin Burns to the hill here today against the old veteran Charlie Morton. I love Charlie Morton, especially when he was with Tampa Bay, and he works fast, right? So looking at the line, when are you going to get Charlie Morton at plus 130? Minus 150 is the line here on the Milwaukee Brewers. and looking at the ATS forecast, gonna lean with the Brew Crew. The Chop Shop. 5.23 with Atlanta, 3.35 for Milwaukee. The over/under at 8.58. And when I look at this game, I see Charlie Morton, I see experience, I see underdog money, and I'm like, how can you not take Atlanta with Charlie Morton with all that experience, right? I don't know how much experience Corbin Burns has in the playoffs. I don't know if he probably has maybe a couple of years, right? Or does he? I'm not too sure. I'd have to go look at if he has any playoff experience. But I'm going to lean with Atlanta in game number 1 here today, guys. I do like the Atlanta Braves, especially at plus 140. And again, analytics and everything, now you can, for me, when I handicap playoff, it's all about momentum, and going into the playoffs in game number 1, nobody has a clue, right? You and the bookmaker, it's like the start of a new regular season, right? The start of a playoffs, everybody's 0-0, nobody has an idea, and it's whatever happened during the regular season. Yeah, there's some of it that's going to come up into the playoffs, but to me, it's a fresh start, and give me Charlie Morton. I love the Atlanta Braves in this spot here today, and look at the line I had, minus 120, and I'm getting plus 145, and I had minus 167 for Milwaukee. Now, the thing with Milwaukee, look at their road record compared to their home record this year. That's what really concerns me a bit for the Brew Crew, right? If you do like Milwaukee, 45-36 at home, but 15-31. So maybe Milwaukee is where you want to take. And look at Atlanta, the complete opposite. They're 46-35 on the road and 42-37 at home. So, but again, I thought Milwaukee, Atlanta didn't have a really great start out of the blocks. Played well in July, August, and again, when the Ronald Acuna Jr. went down, it seems like Atlanta. I'd have to check out the date that Ronald Acuna went down and check the standings. You know what? I wonder if I can do that. What does anybody know the date that Ronald Acuna Jr. went down? Ronald Acuna Jr. injury. Let me see here. Injury. What date? What date did he go down? July 10th. All right. Let's just for fun, right? Let's go check just for fun. Let's take a look at this. So he went down July 10th. So let me go to my bullpen here. Let's see here. Let me see here. Smart database. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. Let's go to Major League Baseball. Let's take a look at the Atlanta Braves. All right, and let's go April 1st. When did the I'll do just to make sure I got I don't know if there was any games in March, but I'll go March 28th. And I'll go March 28th, 2021 until July 10th. That's when Ronald Acuna Jr. got injured. And let's see the record of the Atlanta Braves. Just for fun, right? Just for fun. All right, let's go to Atlanta. Where is Atlanta? Chicago. Oh, Kansas City. Cleveland. Detroit. Oakland. Seattle, LA Angels, Texas, Houston. There's Atlanta. All right, 44-44. All right, so before the injury, they were 44-44, 42, 43-3. Now let's take a look after that. Let's see what the record was after that, the percentage-wise, right? And again, not trying to, open up a can of worms here, but facts are facts, right? All right, let's go July 11th. And let's go back to October. Let's say October. Let's go do the 6th. All right, and let's do that. And let's take a look at Atlanta now. All right, let's do this. Oh. Minnesota, Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, Oakland, Seattle, LA Angels, Texas, Houston. There it is. Wow. 44-28. All right. Hey, that's a walk-off, right? Drop the mic and go. That's this something that I've really noticed. Let me see here. Go back up here. That's wow. That's I didn't think it was that much. All right, let me go back here. That's pretty. 50% and then 44. Let me see here. Let me do my calculator. Let's go 44 Plus 28 equals 52. No, yeah, 52. No, 62. Hang on there. 44. 28. So 72, sorry. 72. So 44 divided by 72 equals 61%. So since the injury, the Atlanta Braves are winning 61% of the games. Wow. Braves have zero chance of going to World Series. Yeah, no, I don't think they're going to the World Series. But, hey, one step at a time, right? Game one. Give me Atlanta against the Brew Crew here today. All right, Boston taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, every game's big, but if Boston falls behind 2-0 to Tampa Bay, hey, you know what we can do, right? Cue up the lady right there, because I think this one might be over. But the good news is, if you're a Boston Red Sox fan, well, I'm on the Braves only because Ron liked them, because OG we know how we feel about our ATL team, says Ball Cash. Yeah, I hear you. And if you remember the 90s, right, we don't want to live through those years again if you're a Braves fan. Now, Boston going to send Chris Sale to the hill up against Shane Baz today of the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, Cash going with two rookies to start game one and game two, and it's a smart move because now he's going to use his veteran at Fenway. So this is why Cash is Cash man, right? Looking at the line, minus 132. The over/under is set at 7.5. ATS forecast computer pick. Gonna lean with the Rays, 4.08, 2.64. The over/under at 6.72. I think this might be a clean sweep. I think Tampa Bay wins in the 3-5 or 4-7. I wasn't sure. Let me see here. MLB. I wasn't sure if these are 3-5s or 4-7. I forgot. I wanted to check that last night. Does anybody know? Is it a 3-5 or 4-7 games? Yeah, let me know. I would love to know that before I want to know. Yeah, it doesn't say right there. Do you guys know if it's a 4-7 or 3-5? I think it's a 3-5. I thought the division series were semifinals were 3-5, but I think Tampa Bay is the play here today, guy. Yeah, 3-5. That's what I figured. Yeah, give me Tampa Bay. I think they get the job done. From a totals point of view, 7.5 seems very low. And last night's score was, what's the final? 5-0. And law of average. I think this. If I'm gonna play the side or total, I go with the Rays in this one. But I also like the over, so I'm a little bit torn. I don't know which one is stronger that I feel. I think maybe I'll handicap that a little bit more later on. But so far, I'll have a lean towards Tampa Bay and the over in that game. All right, Ralph Nunziata. Here's the game of the day according to Ralph. Hey, Ralph Cramden. That's your new nickname, Ralphie. Ralphie Cramden. Hey, Ralphie boy. Hey, remember the Honeymooners? Hey. All right, Walker Buehler's day off going up against Logan Webb today of the San Francisco Giants, and we'll see if it's a San Francisco treat tonight. Do you believe the wild card team is favoring this spot? And I said this morning in my podcast on the baseball show, the San Francisco Giants are the Rodney Dangerfield of baseball. Hey, I get no respect. Hey, the Giants get no respect in this in game number one against the Dodgers. Now, the bookmakers have made the Dodgers a 1.5 point favorite. The over/under is set at 7. ATS forecast computer pick gonna lean with the San Francisco Giants, 4.23, 3.88. The over/under is set at 8.11. And Dodgers coming in hot, but you're going up against a pitcher, Logan Webb. When he starts for the Giants, they are 20-5 on the season. And let me take his last couple of starts. I want to see if they were cupcake starts or were they against good opponents. So looking at Logan Webb's last 3 starts, San Diego, that's a good one. Arizona, not so much. And San Diego. So he went 7 innings against the Padres, only 5 innings against the Diamondbacks. And looking at his last couple of starts, 8 Ks, 6 Ks, no walks last game. And he's going up against Walker Buehler's day off. Now, I don't know, is it just me or every time a Walker Buehler start is about, there was one point I'd look at all the starts, they were like all 5 innings. You just, the master of 5 innings. The one thing he's going to give you is 5 innings. And then, looking at his last start against Milwaukee, 5 innings. Against San Diego, 7 innings. And then prior to that at Colorado, well, a lot of pitchers at Colorado's only go 3 innings, right? 3.2. And then 6, 7, 3. So a bit inconsistent in his starts, right? I like San Francisco here, guys. Give me the home underdog again. I've been riding San Francisco, Seattle, Tampa Bay all year, and from a return on investment point of view, they've been pretty much money. So give me the San Francisco Giants today. I think the Giants and the Atlanta Braves are probably my 2 strongest plays, and Webb is strong, says OG. Logan Webb on fire, says Ralph. Who are you on, Ralph? Are you on the Giants or the Dodgers? Interesting to see who you like right there. All right, let me see here. We got some Curtis Lynn. Hey, good morning, Curtis. I miss you there up there. Quentin's in the house. Brewers do have better pitchers, but have a slow way of playing. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, Quentin. Do you like the over/under for this game? You're talking about the Brewer game in the Atlanta. What's the total in that game? Was it 8? I thought it was 8 or 7.5 or 8. And yeah, you know what? I want to go check. Yeah, there's one thing I want to do in that game. Let's go see what Charlie Morton's record is against the Brew Crew. I would love to see that. And especially with a pitcher like Charlie Morton, who's got a lot of years under his belt, we will have a lot of data, and I'm sure. And then we'll check out Corbin Burns, how he does against the Atlanta Braves. Don't you love this time of year? You got afternoon baseball. You got Friday night college football. I don't know if there's a CFL game on tonight. I know there was one Wednesday night. I'm sure there's one. All right, let's go to and see how Charlie Morton, and let's take a look at his last 7. Or we'll do a couple things. All right, let's go Milwaukee. Let's go the Brew Crew right here. And let's take a look at his last 7 against 3-4, 3-4. Ooh, not that great. How about at Miller Park? How does Charlie do at Miller Park? And let's do this. Where is it? Right there. Road team at Miller Park. 3-4, 3-4. Wow. Okay. But yeah, look at that though. You see that? Going back to 2010. Let's do last 20. On the road, 3-4. So we're going back 2010. And you can see here he lost his last start. As last time he pitched at Miller Park or in Milwaukee was when he was with the Philadelphia Phillies. Wow, that was a long time ago. All right, so we know that situation. And how about Corbin Burns? Corbin Burns. Let me see here. Actually, you know what? One thing with Charlie. I want to see one thing with Charlie Morton. How about when Charlie's an underdog, a road underdog, how he's done in his last 7 start as a road underdog? 2-5. Ooh, wow. Look at that. Charlie Morton, 2-5. How about Charlie in October? Do we have is Charlie an October pitcher? Let's take a look at that. Let's go month of October. Let's go month, October. Let's see if he's money. 5-2. Yeah, look at that. Money in October. How about on the road? Charlie on the road in October. Let's go road team. 3-3. Oh, not too bad. Yeah, and what about Corbin Burns? We'll do one more on Corbin Burns, then we'll get right into the NFL week number 5. All right, Corbin Burns. Where are you, Corbin? Yeah, I wonder if his nickname is Corby. Corbin Burns. There we go. Corbin Burns. In October, let's see in October how he's done in October. Does he have one start? Only one start last year. Let's take a look how he's done against Atlanta, the ATL. Last 7. Oh, he's only got one start. So not a lot of data. Yeah, give me the veteran. I'm going to go with the veteran in that one. All right, let's go to the NFL. We'll do the computer picks, and then we'll go. I'll take some of your requests to get Elks at Bombers tonight, says Ralph. All right, hey, good. We got a lot of good football going on. All right, so good game last night. Miami taking on the Bucks. We got Tampa Bay winning this one, 24-21 on the computer pick. And the over-under at 45.8. Now, if you go to atsstats.com, we have a new system now, a new system forecast, and we're going to convert this on the so that it keeps track of all the records, right? I always like to track the records automated. I can't do it by hand anymore. It's just too long with all the stuff I got going. So looking at, if you are tuning in for the very first time, here's our new system, and this is a really good a good feature that we just provided right here. So it gives you the chances of winning, all right, the percentage of just chance of winning the game straight up, the chance of winning the game against the point spread, and then the chance of the game going under. Now, last night, it had Seattle at 55. It had the Rams to win at 44. We know the Rams won. It had the chance of covering at 38-55 favoring Seattle, so it wasn't a great night last night. But the under, we had a chance of this game going under the total, and I believe that one, we had at 61%. So the game did go under last night, so the chance of covering. And if you're wondering, okay, Ron, how do you come up with these numbers? Where are these numbers coming from, right? Are you pulling a rabbit out of the hat or something? Nope. If you go to this page right here and you click on, let's say, Tampa Bay. Now, Tampa Bay is a 9.5-point favorite. The over-under is at 47.5. The chances of winning is at 98.6% of winning straight up. 78.5 covering the spread, and 50% on the under. Now, it's based on only 14 games, but when you click on Tampa Bay right there, here's how we get these numbers. I go back into the database and I say, all right, go get me all the history of since 1983 of all home teams that are favored of 10.5 to 13.5. So every team I given a range, because I think a 3-point range is pretty fair when you're researching previous history on teams. So any NFL home favorite of 10.5 to 13.5, the total's between 47.5, and that team is coming off one straight up win. Here's the record of that team: 13-1. Wow, look at this: 11-3 against the point spread, but 7-7 to the over/under. So if you're wondering how I'm getting these numbers, and these are all the teams that if you want to verify and go back in history and see if we are right, proof's in the pudding right here, right? Anytime you give a stat like that, I always want to know, okay, how do you get that stat? Where did that stat come from? People, you can just say a stat and people will believe you, right? To me, you got to show them. You show how exactly you got that stat. So this way, it brings credibility to the software, the feature you're providing, right? So I think there's credibility here. So I just want to show you guys where I'm getting these numbers from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here to the forecast. So we got 24-21. Now this is the computer forecast, and the way we do our computer forecast is instead of going from any football team, we do one football team. So when Tampa Bay is in this situation, that is the average score that the computer pick brings back. So if you're wondering, Ron, how come your computer pick says 24-21, but on your forecast page, you got 32-15? Apples and oranges, right? This is the apples, and these are the oranges, right? And there's two different features. Now, the computer pick, the way we get these numbers right here, 24 and 21, is when that team, so specifically Tampa Bay is in that range of, I showed you, like 9.5 to 10.5. That's what the average score is. Now, this forecast is when any team is in that situation. That is the forecast. So I'm going to give you guys both the options here. I'm going to tell you what the forecast is, but and then we can pick and choose after which team. I'll give you my selections this week that I like. In fact, I got my picks posted. I'm going to give out my picks for free this week, and I'll show you that at the end. And then we go right into the stats and trends, and then I'll bring Rusty on the show, right? We got to bring Rusty on a Friday. All right, so 24-21 is the forecast here. But when you look at the computer, the new system, we got 32-15, 92% chance of winning, 78% chance of covering, and the under on both these teams, 50% chance for Tampa Bay, 48 for the Dolphins. Now, Green Bay, you know what? Let me do this one here first, and then I'll come back to this game here. Instead of going back and forth, it'll be too mixed up. We got 28-26 favoring the Packers, but we got the Bengals covering. Bengals on a 2-game win streak, coming off a 24-21 victory last weekend against Jacksonville on that Thursday night game. And the Packers took care of business at Lambeau against a very... wow, I don't know. I don't even know what to call that Pittsburgh offense anymore. Ben, I call it the pylon offense because Ben doesn't move in the pocket, right? It's like a pylon right there. It's like flag football. But 27-17 is the forecast, and the Packers, after that butt kicking in Week 1 against New Orleans, seem to be back on track, and we'll see this weekend against a very improved Zach Taylor team and the Cincinnati Bengals. New England taking on the Houston Texans. Look at that. We got an upset here. 23-17, the over-under at 40.07. With all the distraction that happened with Houston this year, I think, that's sidetracking the actual fact that the players in the dressing room are saying, look, those outside distractions, they're not going to be messing up our team. And I think the players have taken control of that team, and they've been competitive. The one thing you can say about Houston, no matter what distractions is happening, those football players are playing football on Sunday, and good on them. And we got them winning 23-17, the over-under at 40. New England coming off that emotional loss last week, a game they should have won. A game they should have won in that crazy weather game. And if Folk, whatever his name is, makes that field goal, maybe we're talking a different story here. All right, Eagles taking on the Panthers. Look at that. We got an upset. 24-21, the over-under at 45.9. We'll see if McCaffrey, I don't think he's playing this week, and we'll see how Carolina bounces back after a loss to those Cowboys. I also like Cleveland here, 24-22, the over-under at 47.09. Chargers coming off that big win last weekend against the Raiders, 28-14. But Cleveland, 3-1, and all they do is keep winning football games, right? New Orleans taking on Washington. We like the Saints in this one, 26-22, the over-under at 48.8. The Saints coming off a 27-21. I like the Saints to bounce back this weekend. That was an embarrassing loss at home against the Giants. And Washington, still not sure how I want to handicap this team. I know Taylor Heineke is doing a really good job. That defense, however, still allowed 34 points last week against the Falcons. And Riverboat Ron going to have to find a way to, tighten things up on defense just a bit, right? You got the Bears with the rookie quarterback. Justin Fields going to up to the Raiders. The Raiders, man, it's like every game is exciting, but it's just interesting, right? You see the way they played that first Monday night against the Ravens, and some of the games they've had in betweens. They're just not convincing wins, right? When they do win, but 28-14 against a very good Justin Herbert Charger team last weekend. 24-18 is the final here. The over/under at 42.7. So we do like it to go under the total. We got the Broncos taking on the Steelers. Hey, you know what? This is it make or break time for the Steelers, right? They enough is enough here. If I'm Tomlin, I'm like, okay, this has got to stop. We got to be more productive on offense, and we got to find a way to stop the check down Tommy to Harris, Najee Harris, right? Hey, Harris is a great running back, he's a rookie, but he cannot be the entire offense. Like, you're gonna have to find a way to get the ball vertical down the field. And last weekend when they played Green Bay, the one thing I noticed with Big Ben, his accuracy. Very off. Like, I'd never seen Big Ben so off on his throws. He's throwing ahead of receivers, behind receivers. Hey, man, you got to get back and being an accurate quarterback. Like Bill Walsh, I remember watching a video on Bill Walsh and the great San Francisco Giants, the 49ers head coach. And he said when he's observing quarterbacks and he's scouting quarterbacks, the number one thing he's looking for is accuracy. You can have a big arm, but if you're not accurate, it doesn't matter. You need to be accurate, and the Steelers need to really show up this weekend. Now, Denver, they were 3-0 going into last weekend, but now they played a real team, right? Keep in mind, now Denver played a team that were 0-9 combined prior to last week's game against Baltimore. Well, Baltimore went up there, and that was a convincing win. There was never in doubt, right? And now we're going to go up to Pittsburgh for the Broncos, and we'll see what happens this weekend. But I think Pittsburgh shows up this weekend. Hopefully for people who are backing up the Steelers, right? All right, I think this is going to be a great game. I know the Giants are coming off that big win last weekend. I got some good numbers to show you guys. The New York Giants, the best team in football on the road covering the point spread. I think they're like 18-4, something like that, or 19-4 against the point spread on the road the last 3 seasons. We got the Cowboys winning 29-25, the over-under at 54.5. The one thing when you look at the Dallas Cowboys, a great start right out of the gate, right? They could be 4-0 easily. Easily, they could be 4-0 if they win that game in Tampa Bay. It's still the Cowboys, and you're wondering, okay, are they for real? Are they going to be like an old high school sweetheart and break my heart, this weekend or what? But division game, I like the Giants, but I do like the computer pick, 29-25. I think the Cowboys win, but I think the Giants keep it close. The game of the week at Arrowhead between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, take away that first game against the Steelers. Which Buffalo Bills team is going to show up here in Arrowhead, right? Kansas City, not a good team covering the spread, but last weekend they went to Philadelphia in a convincing fashion, got that win, 42-30. Still that defense, very, very suspect. And you're looking like a wild card team right now, Kansas City. Probably a wild card team no one wants to play. But I got the Bills winning this one, 33-31, the over-under at 65. I do like the Buffalo Bills as one of my top plays this weekend. The Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers 2-2 on the year. And it looks like they're going to play Trey Lance this weekend. And tough spot for a rookie quarterback to face J.J. Watt in that defense for the Cardinals. And look at the computer pick. 25.6 to 25.1, the over-under at 50.75. We got the Jets taking on the Falcons. Hey, the Who Cares Bowl, 23-17, the over-under at 40.93. And we'll see if the Jets can go back-to-back with a win this weekend. Tennessee taking on the Jaguars, 26-25, the over-under at 52. Tennessee, man, 2-2 in the year. The Tennessee and San Francisco, the jury's still out on those two teams, right? And Derrick Henry, maybe you got to stop doing those training videos and start, stop being in the weight room and start working on getting some touchdowns here, because right now, it's not the same Derrick Henry. But is it because of the offensive line not opening up holes in the O-line? I don't know, but Derrick Henry and that offense, and you go in last week, you don't have your top two receivers, but Vrabel's got his work cut out for him this week. Not really, in the sense where got to get back on track. That's what I mean by that. He's got his work cut out for him, getting this team, the train, back on the tracks, and they got to go to Jacksonville and get a big win, right? 26-25 is the computer pick, and that's only based on 5 previous games in the database. But I don't know. Bill Parcells says it all the time. You are what your record says you are. In Tennessee, you're 2-2. Detroit taking on the Vikings. Now, this Vikings team, they're the Pepto-Bismol team of the year right now, right? You watch a Viking game, just keep your Pepto-Bismol right beside you, because this team will make your stomach turn. 26-16 is the final. I believe that pick right there. 26-16. I like the Vikings to win by 10 here. Detroit, the one thing I've noticed with the Lions under Dan Campbell, and I saw this in the preseason, you watch their home games, super competitive. Super competitive on the road, at home. You get to that home, it's Jekyll and Hyde, right? Which you need those Lions team that played the same type of intensity that you did against. Who did they play at home? They played Baltimore and that first game against the 49ers. Those are the type of the intensity and the makeup of the team that you want to take on the road, right? You don't want to be a Jekyll and Hyde team, Detroit. You want those type of teams that really, balls out to the walls, and you want to fight every down, right? 26-16, we got the Vikings winning this one, and the Monday nighter, we got the Colts taking on the Ravens. We have Baltimore in a shootout here, 40-17, the over/under at 57.8. Wow, hey, that was a speed round right there. Hey, all right, let me know what you guys think. Okay, let's take a look at the forecast. Let's take a look at the forecast right here. And you know what? Instead of going through the forecast, I'll just give you the percentage play that stands right out. So Tampa Bay, yeah, we talked about that one. We have Green Bay winning at 74.2%, but only covering at 52.3%. And the Bengals winning at 25.7% with the over-under at 44.7%. Sorry, the chance of covering at 44.7%. But the over-under, look at that, on both these teams based on 105 games. The percentage of this game going under the total is at 41.9%, meaning a 58.1% chance of this game going over the total. You got the Patriots and the Texans. We got the Patriots winning at 73.4%. This is a good tool to have if you're in a survivor pool, right? You're in the survivor picks. I think Dallas is a good survivor play this weekend. I think Baltimore, if you haven't used them up already. And looking at Houston, 54% chance of covering compared to 51% for the Patriots. And looking at some of the other numbers, the Eagles, look at that. We got the Eagles at a 60% chance. In fact, when you click on that, you can see when any NFL road team is a 3.5 to 6.5 point road underdog, totals between 44.5 and 57, and they're coming off 3 straight up losses. We're going back to 1983 here, and you can see the road team 12-8 straight up and 12-8 against the number. But look at the over/under. Wow, 5-14-1 to the under. So interesting numbers right there. But I do like the Eagles winning straight up. All right, here's my free plays this week, and I'm giving it out for free this week. So if you go to NFL, once you get a membership here at atsstats.com, here are my picks this weekend. Go to NFL picks, and here's my best bets this weekend. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills as my 5-star best bet, plus 2.5. My over-under selection of the week, I'm going over the total between New Orleans and Washington. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in that game, especially with New Orleans losing last week. You got the upset special. I got Cleveland winning against the Chargers as my upset special. My 2-team parlay, I like Minnesota minus 9.5 and Philadelphia plus 3. That's my 2-team parlay of the week. And my system play of the week is the New York Giants. They're 10-0. Look at this. The New York Giants are 10-0 as a road team versus division opponents when they're coming off a 4 to 7 point win in their last game. 10-0, and that's going way back to 1983. So Buffalo plus 2.5. The over between the Saints and Washington. That's my my 4-star over/under game of the week. My upset special is Cleveland plus 2. Minnesota minus 9.5 with the Eagles is my two-team parlay, and the Giants is my system play of the week. And you can get that with your membership each and every week right here at atsstats.com. And let's finish the show with the top 10 sports betting trends of the week. And don't forget, folks, if you do enjoy the show here today, please hit that like button. It's always appreciated when you guys hit the like button. And if you are new to the Rain Report, I do this Monday to Friday each and every day. And 10:30 Eastern, just set your settings. So this way, when I come online, you'll get a notification. And then you could join us in the bullpen with the other Ramblers and Gamblers. Hey, speaking of Ramblers and Gamblers, where is Gary these days? Hey, our good friend Gary. All right, everybody awake there in the bullpen? I see nobody chatting there. You guys all falling asleep on me out there? Hey, I'm going to have to send the Ralph Special Coffee out there to wake you guys up. All right, here's the, let's go number 10 to number 1, eh? We'll do like a game show here, like The Price is Right. The under is 1-9-0, so 1 over, 9 unders. So when I do this here, guys, I know a lot of people get confused. What I'll do is I say the under is 9-1. Instead of saying 1-9-0, I'll just say the under is 9-1 for the Chargers as a home team coming off a win the last 3 years. The Chiefs are 10-1 as a home team coming off a road ATS win the last 3 seasons. You are focused, says Chad. Thank you, Chad. The Saints are 13-1 as an away team after a non-division game the last 3 seasons. The over 8-2-0 for the Green Bay Packers as a 3.5 to 6.5 point favorite the last 5 years coming off a home win. So if you like the over in the Packers-Bengals game, and I think the percentage play was the favorite there too. New England 11-0 as a 7.5 to 9.5 point favorite versus non-division opponents coming off an ATS win. But that's probably no Tom Brady. Keep in mind of that. The under 9-1-1 for the Arizona Cardinals as a home team on 6 days rest after a division game, and that game went over the total. So the under is 9-1. The Las Vegas Raiders are 9-3-1 against the point spread during week 4 to 8 versus an opponent with a 41 to 50% win percentage. The under 17-4 for the New York Jets as a road team before a division game, coming off a home win as an underdog. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 10-0 straight up as a home team versus a conference opponent coming off 8 to 10 point loss in their last game. So again, this is a big game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the New York Giants 10-0 against the point spread as a road team versus division opponent coming off a 4 to 7 point win. And those are your system plays of the day. I don't have the consensus pick, Mark. Sorry, I didn't track the newsletter this week. Been so busy. But if I do get it done, I'll send you an email and I'll send them to you. Still awake here, Coach. Taking in the info, giving them pearls, baby. Throw all those New England trends out. Yeah, without Brady, I agree. Missing 4 of the 5 starting offensive linemen. Is that for New England or the Steelers? Plays in parlay. Missing 4 of starting 5 offensive linemen for the and I think the linemen for the New England are all rookies, right? If I'm not mistaken. I thought I heard that Chris Collins was saying that last week, that most of the linemen for the Patriots are rookies. All right, let's get Rusty here. Rusty. Here, Rusty. Here, Rusty. Hey, Rusty. Hi, buddy. Oh, he's stretching. Hey, there's a Rustinator. Come on, Rusty. Oh, boy. Come on. Up, 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 up. Come on. Up, up, up. Oh, up, up. Come on, up. There he is. There's the Rustinator. Yeah, of course he goes for the mic, eh? All the time. Oh, boy, Rusty. Yeah, so this is the Rustinator. Every time you hear the dog bark and you hear Rusty, this is the Rustinator. And he's normally we bring him on every Friday, and he comes on. He always goes after the mic. For some reason, he loves the mic. All right, no mic for Rusty today. All right, buddy. All right, guys, that was the Ram Report today for a Friday, a football Friday, October. I'm just watching the replay. He's going after the mic right there. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I'll be back here on next Monday with the Ram Report. And again, if you want to get in touch with me, you can always reach me here at Ron Raymond at atsstats.com. And if you want to go to the website and get a membership, you can always take advantage of our promo sale. Use OCT25 and get 25% off your next membership right here at atsstats.com. All right, folks, have yourself a great weekend. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back here on Monday. And as always, hasta la vista, baby. I'll see you, not mañana, but Monday. Cheers.